loading snacks.
What's up, Loaded Snacks Universe? Your boy Jokes is here. I got the homie Marcus. I got the homie Sin. We are freshly out from watching WWE Elimination Chamber. It's been an early ass morning for us, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yep.
At least.
If for whatever reason y'all didn't tune in, the Elimination Chamber did go down. It was in Perth, Australia, which for us it aired at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for us. So yeah, we've been up for a little while now, but we want to go ahead and just quickly throw you guys our review, our thoughts on what we came across on the Elimination Chamber. Let's go around first. Let's just do overall thoughts on the show as a whole. Then I'm gonna start with you.
I'm at an 8 overall. I'm at an 8.
Solid. Marcus?
Predictable show. I'll give it about a 7.5.
I dig it. I'm right where you guys are. Like, things were our predictions that we did. Hey, listen, let me just go on and let me say this here. We predicted a perfect show.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. With the way things are,
it wasn't that difficult, but yeah.
With the way things are being set
obvious
up for
choice is
Mania,
obvious.
set up for Mania, we kind of knew where things were gonna go. But I'm also at an 8, Sin. I thought the show overall was solid. I didn't find a moment where I was just like, let me step away. I mean, the Grayson Waller effect was okay. It just seemed like maybe they wanted to break things up between the first half of the show and the second half of the show. It was a surprise to us to see Austin Theory, but the moment we saw him, we was like, oh yeah, he's taking the brunt of everything that's going to happen in here. No The Rock, no Roman Reigns. We didn't see none of them happen during that segment. I thought one of them would at least do like a old via satellite gimmick, but that didn't happen. But let's just quickly run through. We're not gonna be here that long. Let's just say let's just go through each match. So let's start with the women's chamber match. What do we think about the women's chamber match overall?
I enjoyed it. Like they put on a show. They put on a real good show. Better than I guess I probably would have expected. But overall, I enjoyed the match. Yeah.
Marcus?
I agree with Sen here. It was a pretty solid match. I kind of wish the chamber for both the women and men's was a little bit bigger. Kind of like more of like the classic chamber where they actually had space to do certain spots and give it a little bit more time so that way everyone can like fully flesh out their moveset, and like that way the timekeepers don't mess up when people are supposed to be coming out. So that was just my take on the women's chamber match. Everyone did good, did a solid performance. Minor issues here and there, but for the most part, solid match.
Dig it. I agree. Solid match. Like I don't think any of the matches that were on this card were bad in any shape or form.
Neither do I.
Everything was smooth. I think the women's match went exactly the way that we thought it was gonna go. It was just a matter of us figuring out who those final two people were gonna be, what type of combination we were gonna do. As we were watching, my thing was I was like, hey, listen, the finish is gonna be rapid. It's gonna be one of those rapid finishes, and it ended up being a rapid fire finish. Yeah. Once we saw how things were going, but solid overall. I have no complaints, other than like I feel like sometimes maybe we can stretch it out a little bit longer, but then we don't want a good thing to be over welcome, so maybe we keep the time where it was at. I think we were good to go there.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead on to the undisputed tag team championship match. Judgment Day, Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. Overall, I think it was good. It was nice to see Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate get to really show off what they really have. I was afraid this match was going to be short. I thought they were going to end up keeping it to like a 10-15 minute match, but it ended up being like a solid like 25 minutes. And I thought we got a lot to show for him. I do hope Finn is not legitimately injured. At the end of the match, he was. We saw a little bit of blood on his thumb, and I don't know if it was just maybe he cut himself and then he was just overselling, just putting it out there a little bit more. But my man looked like he was trying to pull his thumb back into place. So I'm gonna be real with you. Pete Dunne was doing Pete Dunne things in the ring, was trying to break people's fingers. So
he certainly was.
He may have accomplished that with Finn's thumb. But Judgment Day overall, solid. Dom Mysterio, of course, at ringside. We knew he was going to do Dom things to make sure the Judgment Day walked away with the victory. He ended up getting thrown out of the match. So that little bit of extra leverage they had went away.
They pretty much booed him out of the building when he tried to introduce Judgment Day.
Listen, Dom that
was loud.
Nuclear heat
that honestly I haven't seen in a very long time, and I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. What do we think about the match as well, too, gentlemen?
I liked it. I thought it was a good match. I thought Pete and Tyler did really, really well as far as being on the big stage and showing off in front of people. They did an amazing job. I thought it was a good match all the way to the end. And yes, I agree. I hope that Finn's thumb is okay. Because you're going to have to run this back in about a month.
Hey, my man can look like a Samoan. Just go ahead and wrap the thumb up. My man might be Samoan spiking people out here. Marcus?
Yeah, it was a solid, really, really good match. No real bad spots in the match. Like you guys said, I just hope Finn isn't actually injured. Hope he's actually okay and he's just overselling.
Yeah.
So, yeah, both teams performed well, given the time that they had to perform, and I hope the rest of the tag team division follows suit and they continue to build the tag team divisions.
Both of them. Both tag team divisions. Not to mention, of course, the pre-show. You know what? Let me not disrespect that, because we did get the Kabuki Warriors defending the women's tag team championships, as well against Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. That match was sprung on us late yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Like it was added last minute. Kabuki Warriors, of course, securely, safely defended their championship. Decent match. I don't have any gripes against it. Obviously, when you're on the pre-show, it's like you want to put on that extra oomph to be able to go into as that card kicks off. Yeah. But I got no complaints about the match. Decent for the pre-show.
It was solid, and I'm glad they got to throw Indy on there at the last minute so she could be at home in Australia too. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, good showing. For
Dittos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, men's chamber match. I didn't think there were gonna be serious shenanigans ensued in this match, but we actually did have some shenanigans that happened during this match. So Bobby Lashley got eliminated, and it was literally taking this dude forever and a minute to get out. Yeah. They had to call the refs in to help him. Like at first it was like, oh dude, hurt. I'm like, oh, here we go again. Like Bobby, you and the Elimination Chamber are not good friends.
Right.
But to our surprise, AJ Styles ended up taking this moment to come down and get into the Elimination Chamber and beat the holy hell out of LA Knight.
Yep.
Man took an 18-hour flight just to beat up LA Knight because that's how much he doesn't like LA Knight.
Hey, bro, my man flew across the pond. He flew across the pond just to figure out when he could go in here and just rip this match away from LA Knight.
I love it.
But he beat him down. Steel chair beat down.
That's the pedigree you want to see in the heel.
Yes.
Steel chair beat down. He ended up hitting the Styles Clash tonight on the steel chair, which ended up obviously taking him out immediately at that point. Drew McIntyre got the pin. Took him out.
Drew McIntyre literally pinned everybody in this match. I'm just gonna put that out there. He pinned everybody in this match.
Pretty
except for Bobby Lashley, which I think was LA. No, it was Drew McIntyre. He pinned everybody in this match. This man has a perfect pin record in Elimination Chamber.
And if you think he ain't about to come out and talk that trash,
he is going to talk that trash.
Yeah.
Of course, Drew McIntyre Drew won. Let's just say there's now let's talk about the main
possibilities
thing that happened.
Possibilities.
The main thing that happened that caused Drew McIntyre to win this match. So, Randy Orton ended up eliminating Logan Paul. Well,
beautiful RKO.
Hey, listen,
Beautiful.
Logan made it. Logan made it to the final three. Logan made it to the final three. I was like, there's a chance this dude could end up in the final two here. He ended up getting eliminated by Randy. Same bit. My man did not leave the ring, and he was just lingering on the outside of the ropes. Door was open. The refs was just waiting. Refs was just waiting for my man to just hey, listen. You need to come on out this ring. Randy ended up hitting RKO on Drew, and you know the little showboating that Randy does. Unfortunately, this dude Logan ended up pulling out the brass knucks and knocking out Randy Orton, which is now looking like we were being set up to see Randy Orton versus Logan Paul at WrestleMania.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Logan, let me throw this out there. There's a lot of people that I would say, you know what, go after that moment. Go tick off somebody and get your moment.
Randy Viper Orton is not one of them.
Randy Orton is not one that you want to have on your bad side. So it's looking like that's what our setup is looking like for WrestleMania for him.
I will say KO was the MVP for me in this match.
Hey,
KO was whooping all of their asses until he finally got eliminated.
KO came
and he
out.
was on 10 the whole time.
He came out himself.
KO pulled a Goldberg and started beating himself up in the damn chamber.
And listen, he just wanted Logan so bad.
His energy for the moment he stepped, not the match, but just getting into his cell and locking him down, energy was on 1,000.
It was go time.
Energy was on 1,000, and when he got released, all hell broke loose. And he was taking it to everybody. Unfortunately, he ended up taking the L. But definitely, there's some things I think we still got brewing that Kevin Owens can be a part of. Yep. But definitely, out of this, we know Logan is about to butt heads with Randy, and
you know what? I'm gonna drop the damn belt.
Hey, I'm not mad. Hey, look, I'm okay with Randy becoming the U.S. champion. I want a belt back on Randy. If this is what we got,
he'll become a triple crown. He'll become a triple crown champion if he wins the United States, because he's never been United States champion.
Mm-hmm. He's had everything. I know he's had Intercontinental. He's had
Intercontinental. He's had tag.
He's had the tag. He's
had both WWE and World Heavyweight.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he'll be a triple crown champion.
So throw the US title. Hey, listen, him and Logan could be a pretty decent match. And Logan, don't bring them brass knucks, because if Randy gets a hold of those brass knucks, you know he's going to absolutely knock you out and then hit you with an RKO and then.
He's going to go. No, he's literally going to go for the brass knucks. He's going to get RKO, and that's going to be it. That's going to be it. That's going to be the ending spot. He's going to go for the buckshot and go for like a Superman type punt, and he's going to get RKO, bro.
Oh no, Logan's getting the punt. Logan is getting the punt, and is going to put him on the shelf for a couple of months. That's coming. Mark my word. Logan Paul is getting punted by Randy Orton.
That was Randy Orton's other finisher. Was the punt. Before there was the curb stomp, it was the punt.
Okay.
Punt, honestly, to me, the punt was more deadly than the curb stomp is. Even the man Vince took a punt to the head and was out for a few months. All right, and wrapping the show up, of course, we had Mommy herself defending her world championship against Nia Jax. I'm gonna be real with you. This was probably Nia's best match. I thought she maintained her own against Rhea. There was no way she was gonna beat Rhea. Like not in home country. Not with the family. And listen, we know how things roll sometimes. When you do stuff in your hometown, in your family, you can lose that match sometimes. This wasn't one of those. This was not one of those.
No. They went out there, they put on a show. The match went exactly how I expected it to go, even though it was a really good match. It was just great just seeing Rhea take it all in. And even, I wasn't expecting it, but playing to Australia, like playing to the crowd and getting them to cheer and chant everything. I didn't expect that from her, since she is a heel, but you cannot tell that she was a heel, tonight.
Exceptions to the rules when you are in your home state.
Yeah. It
was home. When you're at home.
I was gonna say, just stay home.
When you're at home.
Yeah, but
when they're at home,
the crowd was on 10 the whole time, out there just cheering, supporting the whole 9 yards. It was just great to see. It was just great to see that moment for her and have to take it all in.
And to get them to main event, like we've only typically seen, like, obviously the women main evented one of the nights at WrestleMania. We typically haven't seen the women actually main event, like, just, I don't want to say a standard live premium event at this point now, but I feel like that should definitely be the norm going forward. And shift things up a little bit. But match was solid. Not mad at it at all. It went the exact way that we knew Rhea was going to end up on top. Which now sets us up for Mommy versus Becky Lynch.
Mommy versus the man, or man versus Mommy, however they want to flip it.
Whichever way you want to put it. I'm not mad. They listen, they were building that match before we even got to the chamber. Hey, Mommy just straight ignored Nia. It was just like, I see you and me. Becky was
waiting for this match. I've been waiting for this match since last WrestleMania because I knew that Becky was the obvious end game for like her first year running champion. So I'm finally getting the match I wanted to see. So I'm looking forward to this. So looking forward.
Dig it. But yeah, overall, chamber was solid. I gotta give a shout out, Perth. You guys were awesome. Hey, listen, the crowd also has got to play a role in things that happen. And
Great
Perth,
crowd.
You guys definitely, you nailed it. You nailed it.
Great crowd.
Chants, random chants during the matches. I was not expecting a Nia My Whole chant to start out of the blue. I was not. Thank you for that. That gave me a good laugh. But everywhere, Perth, awesome. Good crowd to have a premium live event in front of. But we're not going to stay too much longer. Overall, we are perfectly satisfied with the Elimination Chamber. We got our good setups coming for Mania. Obviously, these next few Raw and SmackDown episodes are going to be pretty interesting as we get closer and closer. We know, obviously, The Rock did not show up, but he is going to show up on SmackDown again. And Cody, of course. Oh, let me not.
Yeah, I was like, we kind of skipped one thing in the middle. We skipped the Waller effect.
Hey, I wasn't too. But listen, my man Cody, he's threw out the challenge, and he said, "Hey, listen, Rock, between now and Mania, it's like I ain't got nothing. I'm ready to go." So we are looking at seeing Cody versus The Rock. Whether it's a night one WrestleMania thing leading into night two for the championship, or if somehow, somewhere,
double duty night two, double duty.
Hey, they may just bless a Raw and SmackDown and have the match there. Listen, I feel like that match is maybe too high of a caliber to have on it, but hey, that's an easy way to sell that out really quick. To have them do that
once in a lot. Well, it's not once in a lifetime because they already fought for
don't ever. I don't need them to ever do that slogan again because that got thrown to the wind super easy. Seth did confirm he's days away from being medically cleared.
Yes.
To compete.
That's great to hear.
He was looking much more nimble during his intro when he came in than he has been in a few weeks. So
that man was doing the airplane.
My man was feeling a little bit better.
That man was walking like he was a ninja.
He was feeling good.
He did hit Austin Theory with the curb stomp. We haven't seen him actually get too physical in the last few weeks. So that was
a good showing. Yeah, he's
my man Grace was just like, I'm about to turn on this fool. He done took my mic on my show.
Hey, listen.
He just sat back and said, "No, you gonna take this one." Bro.
Grace did the right thing because he was finna get whooped, and he was just like, "You know what? I'm gonna sit this one out."
I kind of feel like he had something else to say. Like,
he probably did, but not
we probably won't find out until SmackDown.
Hey, they got us make for at least a little bit of something. But overall, Elimination Chamber solid. Definitely a good stop on our way to WrestleMania. Eager to see what happens over these next few weeks. I feel like we're gonna be a lot of gloating. There's gonna be some mad people over these next few weeks. Logan, you probably don't want to show up to the show because Randy's going to be coming for you. Bring your security.
And KO probably.
Hey, he may not make it to WrestleMania.
Logan may not make it to WrestleMania. It may have to actually just forfeit his championship. And we'll have a free-for-all for the United States Championship.
I will say, I really hope that Randy didn't injure his lower back. It looked like he was having some major lower back issues during. I felt like that wasn't a work. I feel like that was not a work.
Randy's good. Randy gonna walk it off. He'll hit somebody else with an RKO and feel good. That'll give the back the little extra.
The pop that it needs.
Yeah, hit one RKO.
That's the adrenaline he needs to get the venom running through his veins.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say adrenaline in his soul. I was about to. But
SmackDown.
But guys, that's just been our little small review for Elimination Chamber. I hope you guys sat up at 5 a.m. and watched it, because if you tried to avoid spoilers, it's probably going to be pretty difficult to avoid them. But if not, please, by all means, go back. If you've watched this through to the end, you already know everything that happened, but it's still worth the watch. So go back and watch Elimination Chamber. But we're going to go ahead and get out of here. We got other things that we got to do. But for the homie Marcus, for the homie Sin, this has been your quick review for WWE Elimination Chamber. We'll catch you next time. But until then, deuces.
Loading snacks.